Yeah, there's no words for that one. So go ahead, fire away.
What do you think is a week ago you guys beat Boise State on the road, one of the best games in the conference, maybe the best, and then turn around tonight and lose to Air Force like this. How does that happen, do you think, from what you see?
We'll try to find exactly why. It's hard to, a million things going through my brain right now, but we'll meet as a staff and just kind of try to figure out what we can do differently to not make that big of or that drastic of a swing, just in terms of, because like you said, 7 days ago we were flying high, and today not so much.
When you're down 27-10 at the under 8 timeout, what are you telling your guys in that timeout to get an urgent basket? Who are you drawing the play up for? That kind of thing.
Yeah, there's no real, when we're down because we just weren't, you just try to do whatever you can to get them going. We've had a lot of success in the games we've won, getting the ball into the post, attacking the paint. That was kind of the message when we had, in the first half, when we had paint touches and kick-outs and driving kicks, we scored on the majority of them, and when we didn't, we didn't. And that was just something that we just couldn't quite get rolling.
What did you tell them after the game to not have this linger, or was this one of those games maybe you want them to think about it for a little bit?
Well, anybody that could forget that game, they're not who you want around. So I don't think this is a group of guys that's going to forget it. As coaches, we certainly won't. And like I said, we'll meet and try to figure out what we can do to be better for, again, an incredibly challenging conference every single night out. And so, if this doesn't motivate everyone, then we've got other issues we have to address.
Can you talk about Petritus? He obviously put up a super impressive line, played hard out there. Why was he so tough to hold down?
Because he plays hard. Because he plays incredibly hard every single play.
Coach, what adjustments did you make to combat this week? Were there any warning signs in practice leading up to this pregame that made you think like something like this might be in store tonight?
No, certainly not. We have a group of guys that have played Air Force before, and and been through that prep, and so. But there was certainly nothing in the last 2 days that, it's always a scary prep just because of exactly what they did tonight, and made it look like we didn't practice for 2 days, and but there's certainly nothing specific that made me think that this was going to happen.
Is there at what point early in the game did you start thinking, this is going wrong, or we might not have it tonight? Was there anything that happened early, or maybe tried to get the team to correct, or when did you sort of start to realize it was going off the rails?
Well, they came out and hit 6 of their first 7 threes, and then we slowed them down from that point on for the rest of the first half. But then came out in the second half and it was kind of more of the same, and there's a pit in your stomach again. You never want to be playing catch up against Air Force, but we dug a hole, and then we just never dug out of it at all.
Coach Webster leaves the game with 14 points. How did you want to see your team kind of step up once he left?
Just compete and fight, and of course we'll know more about Webb here tomorrow. It's the pit in your stomach when he falls and he goes down and you hear him scream because he's somebody who works so hard, same guy every day. So hopefully it's nothing more than a minor ankle roll, and we can move on.
It's been a busy couple days for you personally, Coach, with the birth of your son. How are you able to stay focused and really put your team first during this time in your life?
Yeah, it's the job. Allie understands that. Part of being in this position, that I'm there when I can be, just like I am for my 2 girls. But during basketball season, the UNLV family is on the professionally, of course, priority number 1, and I do what I can to spend time at home. But she knows that she's the best. She's a rock star. So She's taking care of Max and the girls, but I spent the time needed to get ready for Air Force. It wasn't anything of that nature, and we just didn't quite have it tonight.
Thanks, Coach.
Rob, what was so disappointing about tonight, just coming off the road trip?
We didn't play our basketball. We didn't play the right way that we usually do. We didn't play hard. We came out flat. We came out soft, and it was just like Coach said. We just dug ourselves a hole and never really dug back out of it.
What's the mood like in the locker room after a game like that when it's over fairly soon and you got a while to sit on it?
It's just staying together, just keeping each other's heads up, and just staying together and realizing that things like this don't always happen, and we just got to move on from it and stay together as a team.
Either one of you could answer this, but what were some of the things that was difficult to attack in that zone out there?
Well, just our level of aggression. Obviously, they came at us with the aggression, and you seen it. And everything they did it with pace, and they did it playing hard. And we just didn't play hard tonight at all. So that was the result.
And on the defensive end, defending the three-point shot, what were some of the challenges that left them open on so many threes?
Just one-on-one guarding, just being able to keep your man in front, and we didn't do a good job at that. We always had to help, which made it easier for them to play hot potato around the whole game. So that's kind of what it was.
Keylan, after playing, Boise State and Colorado State, two of the top teams in the conference, and then you see Air Force comes in 0-5, did you take them lightly at all?
As a team, we didn't take them seriously at all, and that was our fault. We didn't come out with the right mentality, the right mindset, and it's not just one day of it. This was a whole prep of it, and we could have been better in our prep and getting ready for it today than obviously competing in today. So we just got to come out, compete better, be more locked in, be more focused. We're at a point in the season where we need every win and we need every game, and we didn't show that tonight. So we got to pay for that win. Simple.
Would you put that lack of preparation on yourselves or the coaches?
Definitely the players.
Players, for sure.
Definitely players. Coaches had nothing to do with it. They gave us a great scout. At the end of the day, we're a veteran group, none but seniors and juniors around here. So we just got to do our part, and obviously just finishing out a game, starting a game, shit.
For either one of you, what does it mean to you to see Kevin Kruger back with you guys, back at practice after just having a baby?
I mean, it means a lot. He's here day in and day in and day out. He gets us ready for the games as best as he can, and I mean, it means a lot to have him here. It was good to see him when he got back from Colorado State, and yeah, that's it pretty much.
Keylan, when you guys get down early against a team that plays a deliberate style like Air Force, is there a tendency to press and try to get it all back in one possession?
Not one possession, just to kind of speed up the tempo of the game. Obviously, the way we run isn't the fastest, obviously. So it's just like a different gear in us to want to speed the game up while we're searching for possessions and while they're just trying to minimize the possessions of the game. So there's just an adjustment, obviously, and yeah.
Keylan, what will this loss kind of teach the team to not get too high or too low this season?
Well, it's a long season. The job is never done until the very last game. So obviously we just got to work every day, keep finding ways to want to get better and want to help each other out. Today we just didn't help each other out, but this isn't the end of our season. Obviously, it's just we put ourselves in more of a hole. So now we have to do more work, and that comes with practicing, preparation, and just finding more work. That's all I can say. Find more work. That's all we got to do.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.